are there certain denominations of Christianity or ones that borderline on becoming legalistic, becoming cults in the way, in a legalistic sense?
Okay.
Instead of a, hey, we just threw out Christianity and made up our own stuff.
Right.
Sense.
Okay.
Like, are there denominations in America
right.
or in the world that borderline on this?
Okay. Yeah, there are. There's some really fundamentalist Baptist churches that are like really fundamentalist.
Okay.
In the sense of what we would how we would define legalism.
Okay.
They're very, and some Pentecostal holiness churches as well, where it's very much like, all right, you've got to dress this way, your hair has to be this way, you're in. So it's a lot of the physical appearance type thing has to be this way, and then that obviously crosses over into, all right, you can watch this, you cannot watch this, you can do this. Those lines start stacking up pretty heavily.
Okay.
And so that, we would call those really fundamentalist branches would very much endorse this idea of legalism. I mean, that's where Gothard came out of, was a very fundamentalist, like ultra conservative branch of Christianity. And so that was his background anyway. And so then it's pretty easy to start stacking up arbitrary conditions, and it's really, what's interesting is, and I don't think because I think they're doing it and they think they're doing what's best for God and for Jesus, to be honest with you. But it reminds me somewhat of the Pharisees, in the sense that what made the Pharisees so frustrating to Jesus, it wasn't that they were just upholding the law from the Old Covenant or the Mosaic law. It wasn't just that they were upholding that law. They had introduced all of these traditions created by men on top of those laws. Okay. And Jesus is basically saying, you're putting a yoke on people that you yourself aren't even walking in. Like you have created so many extra traditions on top of the laws that were already there. No one can live up to these things.
Well, they had to spend their time making sure everyone was doing it.
Yeah, they did.
So they couldn't do all the things.
Yeah, and that's a lot of it. Yeah. I mean, they are. You're like, it's like, they think there's some kind of private investigator, I think, into everybody's life. And are they really living, the way they're supposed to? And I think that's what's happened, unfortunately, in some of these fundamentalist churches, is you added on a lot of layers that were really just traditions of men. They're not biblical. They're just traditions of men, but they're invoked as if they are biblical. They're invoked as if they are essential.